Welcome to the Roundtable Podcast, a weekly news and record review show. I'm your host, CJ, and I'm on a quest to discover newly released songs across all genres of rock and roll and heavy metal. You can find the news and the songs reviewed on this show at my Facebook page, CJ Roundtable. You can interact with the podcast on the Facebook group page, Rock Roundtable Podcast. You can contact me directly by email, itrockspodcast@protonmail.com. You can find the records in video form on our YouTube channel, Rock Roundtable. It's under the playlist section. Check out the YouTube for a weekly reaction video review. Listen to the episode playlist on Spotify playlist, Rock Roundtable episode number. So please subscribe, review, rate 5 stars. It really helps out in the search results optimization and helps me to grow the show.
This sucks! Priest is bad, man! This is the news.
With me tonight from the Badlands, the man with the dead man's hand, the Sir Lancelot of the Rock Roundtable, Derek.
That's right. Some may call me the Jester, but I like Sir Lancelot, son.
And from the city by the bay, where the koi play, Sir Brad.
I am here, ready to rock and roll.
How was your weekend, boys?
Well, I'll start that. I just did a pulled pork, and I'm telling you, I was worried I might have to delay our recordings of everything because I hit a stall and everything. But I'm telling you what, oh my God, the bark on that thing. Oh, that's all I care about is my big old pork, and it was so good. How was yours, Brad?
My weekend, it was all right. I mean, it stormed real hard here today, so I couldn't take my boat out. But other than that, I was out on the boat all day yesterday.
Yep, I was at not one, but 2, 3 baseball games in the blazing heat all day today, or yesterday. And it rained today, but I did make it out to the Phoenician shore. So you guys saw the news articles this week. So we are going to the news and jump in where you want to. So Kanye West 2020, his people are doubtful earlier this week that he could get on the ballot, but he made it on in Oklahoma, and Kanye actually had a rally that he live streamed in Atlanta later today. So Kanye's not rock and roll, I know, but he is one of the biggest hip hop artists, or one of the biggest recording artists on the planet. And he's insanely popular in his circles. So it's news. We're going to cover it until the train wreck goes off the rails.
Okay, you said 2 key words. You said insane, and you said train wreck. So we can move on.
I just wanted to know if the future first lady was present.
Oh, I didn't see her. I just watched it. You sent it to me, Brad. Was it in Georgia? Was I correct on that?
I just saw that and went, oh my Lord, here comes the freight train.
Well,
let's bring it.
No, she was there, but the recording wasn't long enough to get her ass into the shot.
Well, I'll tell you what. If he makes it there, I'm voting for him. Kanye 2020. I'm all in. So I'm going to try to do this next story justice. And this is just one of the great heavy metal pissing matches on social media. We have 2 tonight. This is the first one. So there's this guy named Tripp Eisen, and he used to play in Static X, and he's getting pissy because he wants some writing credits on the new Static X album because they dug up a lot of old tape of Wayne Static, and this old stuff has made it on to the new album in a lot of different ways, and he thinks he wants some writing credits, and he accused our good, not so personal friend, but our buddy Etzel Dope of being the new Static X singer Zero with an X. Now, I haven't heard this conspiracy theory before, and God knows I'm all about the conspiracy theory. So, Derek, have you heard this?
Yeah, I heard it a while ago that he was supposedly the Zero member or whatever. And I actually listened to a concert video of them, and I can hear it. And he's got long sleeves on to cover tats and stuff, which is cool, and they're good friends. I mean, we had one thing that talked about all their equipment getting stolen. So Static X and Dope are evidently pretty close. As far as the whole conspiracy about Tripp Eisen, I mean, boy, just read that article you posted on our community page, the Rock Roundtable Podcast, about what Edsel had to say. And and bottom line is, yeah, screw him. I mean, I loved what Edsel said. He's just a fangirl diddler. He's a pervert, and he's been convicted. He's a sexual pervert, and so I could give a shit less if he.
Yeah, so let me elaborate on that because Etzel blew him up in a big way. So this guy is a 2-time convict of sexual assault. He apparently likes banging 14-year-old fangirls. And if he's been to jail for it twice, let's just assume he's done it many, many times. Another great blast that Etzel got off was Wayne and I have had meaningful, deep conversations about you out on the road, and Wayne Static hated you. And our friends from Detroit, ICP, Violent J has put a fatwa out on this guy, Tripp Eisen. He has called for the Juggalos to smash this man with a brick.
Oh, CJ, let me interrupt you because I saw that on Edsel's comment, and he's mentioning ICP, and I go, what the hell is he talking about the Juggalos for? So this makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, Violent J found out about Tripp Eisen. Well, for whatever reason, Violent J had to comment on Tripp Eisen this week, and he wants his scalp, and he wants the Juggalos to take it. And, we know Dope and ICP are friends because I'm hoping you remember this, Derek, but they were in that porno together. Now, do you remember that? I don't know if it was, I can't remember if it was Etzel or the guitar player, but it was Violent J and the guitar player, I think, and they were on the bus with a girl presumably of age, and there was some untoward things going on, and she was backing that ass up, and Violent J was slapping slices of lunch meat on her butt.
But
as she was performing. That's what I remember.
She wasn't 14. That's what matters.
Yes, yeah, and she
as
she
of
wanted
age.
the roast beef slice stuck on her ass.
Who doesn't?
So, Great White, correction, it was not Jack Russell's Great White.
I was wondering if you get to that.
You asked me if it was Jack's version or not, and I just went with it. I didn't know. I wasn't ready for that question. But it was not Jack Russell's Great White. It was the other one. And they kind of walked back their performance of the North Dakota maskless business as usual concert. And here was their quote. We are not in the position to enforce the laws. We were assured of safety precautions. I think that's a bad take for a band who did what they did to even reference anything about public safety. But I don't know. I guess I kind of wanted to see them just own it and see we played the show. So what? It was a personal choice. Everyone knew what they was getting into when they decided to attend or not attend. But,
well, yeah, I mean, it's kind of funny now because you hear that it was an outdoor show. And now, like I mentioned, I think I sent you guys a message that I talked to Angie Ballard, who is the wife of Michael Ballard for the Full Throttle Saloon out here in Sturgis, the world's biggest biker band. And I asked her, I said, so how has this affected you with your bands coming out? And she's like, all the bands are cool. They're coming out. We're going to play. We're an outdoor facility. And so it kind of made me think, well, shit, Great White got all this crap about this. They're going to have a ton of bands and a ton of bikers, and they're all bringing the coronavirus to me, which I'm pissed off about, but I don't know, but whatever. I don't know.
What about you, Brad? You want a road trip out to what's that called again? Sturgis. Should we road trip out to Sturgis and stay with Derek and rock at the Full Throttle?
I'm down for
you
that.
Can come. You can Steel Panther. They're playing. She told me they called her to ask her if they could play this year.
Well, seeing as though we have a Steel Panther reference, let's just skip ahead to that part of the news. So, a couple weeks ago, Steel Panther had a live streaming show where you pay $15 and drop in for the live stream of the concert. I think we were actually recording the podcast when it happened. I didn't make it, but they're doing another one. So it must have been fairly successful. This one is called Rock Down in the Lockdown. It's on August 16th, 2 p.m. LA time, 5 p.m. Eastern New York City time, $15 again. Proceeds are going to an animal rescue. But my big question is why are they the only band doing this on pay-per-view or a version of pay-per-view? And is this going to be the future of concerts? What do you think, B-Rad?
Well, I think YouTube is actually setting it up to happen. A lot of the bands are getting contracts with YouTube to actually, have some free shows. So I think they're setting it up to where they're going to start having them for their pay-per-views.
So Mark Geiger, the founder of Lollapalooza, he says he doesn't think there's going to be concerts till 2022. So I'm going to hope that dude is wrong, and I'm not the only one.
I just proved him wrong.
Yeah, except things are a little bit different in North Dakota, South Dakota. I mean, I think North Dakota didn't even close for any shutdown at all. You have a very libertarian governor, and you have the political support to keep shit open, which is good. I wish our governor and leadership in Michigan leaned a little closer to the freedom of choice. So, look, quick hit I want to tell you about. New old AC/DC video. What'll you do for money, honey? Brian Johnson looks so young. He's got all of his hair. He's not even wearing the derby cap. It's out there on YouTube. AC/DC's releasing some old videos that they've had in the can. It was cool to watch. If you're an AC/DC fan, hit that thing up.
I thought his name was Brian Wilson.
That was his name last week.
Oh, yeah, that was his name last week.
Hey, be careful when you talk about that, because Tripp Eisen might be listening. He thinks you might have said put it in her can. You said it was in the can.
So, on to the second Rockstar pissing match. And this is a beauty. So this is Sebastian Bach getting into the cocktails and tweeting his ass off, and he's going after his, well, probably former buddy, Chris Jericho, who Brad and I will not be seeing with Through Fire because that show has been postponed. So,
Canceled.
This is a beauty. I got it here ready. I'm just going to read this shit verbatim. Sebastian Bach tweets, I don't know why I'm trending. I'm just drunk sitting at home in bed. Who gives a shit? I'm 52 years old and I can have a fucking drink if I want. Sebastian. That's talking about Chris Jericho. That's a great clip of you actually singing live. But all I have seen are clips of you miming to tape. Congrats on the radio hits. And your hair is certainly looking good these days. So Chris answers, Hi, I'm Chris Millie Vanilli Jericho. I have 5 top 30 singles in the last 5 years with my band Fozzy. And I'm a huge fan of Sebastian Bach, who had 3 top 30 singles 30 years ago. I always admired him as a singer and a friend, and still do. Sebastian, it's amazing you regurgitate my own tweet about copying me in your own tweet. It's like the exact same tweet. Explain this clip, please. Advise. Chris, I've never mimed anything ever, and I don't use blankety blank in a tweet ever. I will fucking sing your face. I will sing in your face anytime, any place, dude. I've been a fan and a defender of you since day one, but don't you ever question my rock abilities. And leave wrestling out of this. I can hit a 4G, brah. Chris, there's more. We're still going. I've seen the derogatory comments towards me from somebody I considered to be a friend. So with that in mind, I'll be happy to have a sing-off with Sebastian Bach. No effects, no tuning, no bullshit. Boz is a great singer, but I'm better. You got my number, dude. Call me. Sebastian, where is the derogatory comment? All I ask is to see one single clip of you singing live. Every clip on the internet is you miming to a tape. I will sing your fucking face off anytime. Wrestling is not rock and roll. I will show you fucking rock and roll. We're almost done. Bear with me. Sebastian, hey man, I'm a champion of tiddlywinks, and that's more real than wrestling, fucking jackass. Chris, wow, my band is more popular than Sebastian Bach, and he has posted the side-by-side Sebastian Bach monthly listeners, 51,000, to Fozzy's monthly listeners, 591,900,000. I think that's scoreboard Jericho. Bach, I'm not going against anybody. It's obvious between the two of us that one of us is copying the other as far as being a rock star goes. I can guarantee you that it's not me. And blah, blah, blah. The discussion continues whether or not Jericho is singing live. I can't go anymore. I'm starting to bore myself. But you guys get the gist of this. So, Brad, is Chris Jericho Milli Vanilli, yes or no?
You know, he does sing through effects, and but he does sing. T-Pain does it all the time. Paul Stanley from Kiss does it every so often. But the thing I look at is Chris can make it, as a professional in two different things. I can't say genres. As a wrestler, he made it to the top. As a rock star, he's making it up there. Sebastian Bach made it with Skid Row for 2 albums. And then where's he been? He's still living in the past. He's never progressed.
No, he's just a drunk hater tweeting from bed. That's what this kind of amounts to. Now, Chris, he was a huge wrestling star. I don't watch wrestling as much as I used to, but I'll flip it on once in a while.
The Walls of Jericho.
But I'll tell you, WWE thought so much of Chris Jericho, they actually let him defeat Stone Cold and The Rock in the same night on the same pay-per-view. They obviously respected what Chris Jericho had in that profession. So, 2 quick hits to wrap this news up.
So you don't care about my opinion at all?
Lay it on me, Lancelot.
Yeah, you go to Brad and then just, let's skim right over Derek there.
Okay, D.
All right, here you go.
Excuse me.
Yeah, okay, listen. When Jericho was a wrestler, when he was a wrestler, that's cool. And then he started Rock Band, and I'll be honest with you, my first thought was, whatever, bullshit. But I tell you what, the band's pretty good, and they've proven themselves. He's put in the work, and he's done it. That's the biggest thing I can say is he's put in the work. Look at Sebastian Bach, Snake Sabo or Sabo. I don't know how you pronounce his last name, Sabo, whatever. He said, he would never, ever, ever get on the stage with Sebastian Bach ever again. Not even, they could make so much money if they did a reunion tour from, their first album, and, dipshit Sebastian Bach, who looks like if he had a pair of glasses with a chain on it, he looked like your old granny. And he's about a porky son of a bitch. Nobody wants to get on stage with him. Nobody likes him. They think he's a piece of shit. So if it walks like a duck, quacks like a duck, it's a duck. He's a piece of garbage. And I used to love him, but I'm so sick and tired of his fucking, all he does is talk about, I can't even talk. I'm so angry. I'll just say this. Fuck Sebastian Bach.
Well, I'm sorry. I almost deprived the listeners of hearing that rant. Well, I'll tell you.
Oh, so hey, which band brought Skid Row into the limelight? Was it Bon Jovi or was it Cinderella?
Bon Jovi brought Cinderella into the limelight. I think Skid Row just put out a fucking killer album and it blew up.
Okay, I thought it was Cinderella that brought him into light. And if it was, could you imagine this? And I'm going to copyright it on our podcast so nobody else can steal this from me, is the original Cinderella band getting together with the original Skid Row band getting together and Fozzy opening up. That would be fucking awesome.
It would be awesome. It's never going to happen when hell freezes over. So I saw Sebastian Bach in the fall on the 20 years of the Skid Row album, and you know what? He was okay. I'm not going to tell you it was an amazing night, but I was very happy with the show because I just wanted to hear those songs, and I wanted to see Sebastian doing it. And he came out, he told some funny stories about some videos that he had playing in the background, and he sang okay that night. There were people there that I talked to that weren't happy with the way he sounds, which is kind of funny because Sebastian's always thinks he's like the God's gift to the rock and roll singer. But you know what? I like the show. It was a sold out show. It sold out in like minutes, and he came in, laid it down, kicked ass. And when he does the Slave the Grind album next year, or whenever we get to have live music again, I'll be back to see him. So,
Matt Callis, super fan. He loves them. He loves Bach.
Dude, those first 2 Skid Row albums were. I'll put those 2 albums against any band's 2 albums, man. They're strong efforts.
Yeah.
I still think "Wasted Time" is their best song.
Yeah, but it's so many years ago. Bach just needs to get over it. Let's move on. I'm so sick and tired of talking about that waste of space.
Oh, I got one other thing to say about Chris Jericho is, I thought his little rock band would be a fly-by-night, here today, gone tomorrow effort, but no, man, he's serious. He's been doing it for a long time now. It's more of a thing than his wrestling, which is cool. 2 hits and we're out of here. David Lee Roth says he thinks Eddie Van Halen is done and will never tour again. I will assume that that's probably pretty close to the truth. And Sharon says Ozzy is doing really good and working on new material. Ozzy will tour again. Put it on the board. And a little rock roundtable karma. The Pretty Reckless sold my soul for rock and roll. Or no, what's the name of the song? Death by Rock and Roll.
I don't know, but she wrote a woman's back.
Whatever it is, it's in number 2. And as soon as Five Finger Death Punch stumbles, it's gonna be a number 1 song. And you guys didn't like it, so it shows what you two know.
Well, I'm gonna put a wager on this. One of the songs I brought tonight will roadblock that, and they will be the number 1 song over the Pretty Reckless.
Oh well, we will be watching. Oh, and one other thing before I forget is Metallica, some kind of bracket. We all thought Master of Puppets would win. It did. The 2 songs that I thought would go far but not win, which was Battery and Seek and Destroy. They both went into the top 8. How do your guys' secondary songs do? Do you remember?
I know more than other people, but they didn't go far.
Well, I had Seek and Destroy, and I had Four Horsemen.
Oh, the Four Horsemen. All right, and that is the wrap on the news. So we're going into the reviews, boys. And I thought for a second that it could be a rough week because I had a hell of a time finding songs this week. There just wasn't a lot of new stuff out, and I was struggling. But I think all of us came through pretty strong. So let's just get to the first song, The New Roses. This is my baby. The song is called Down by the River. And once again, I am on that jet and I'm out of America. These guys are from Germany. And they got a new album out called Nothing But Wild. And they've been playing mostly support. They have opened for tons of people like ZZ Top and Blackstone Cherry and Bonamassa, Aerosmith, the Dead Daisies. They've been on tour with them twice. So they got this song. It is a straight ahead, hard rocking nostalgia song, Down by the River. Check it out, guys.
Yes, it feels this way. School's now
the new Roses Down by the River. What's your take?
Well, I love how you said it's a hard rock song. You know, this is just straight up good. This is a good song, good music here. It's got a good beat, great lyrics. I mean, when you really listen to them, they're meaningful, and it's probably for guys our age, it's a little bit more meaningful. It's got knee bouncing drums where you just sit there and you bounce your knee to the drums. It made me want to grab a 6-pack and have a good time.
Derek, News Roses Down by the River. What do you think?
Yeah, that was very cool. Like a real good, chill song. I mean, it's not going to blow your socks off. I'm going to rock your face off or anything like that. But it's more of a summertime kind of a party song. Like you're going to have fun cruising down the road listening to it or at the barbecue. And I liked his voice a lot. I thought it was a fun song. It was a cool song. It was, and like you said, you can't find that shit in America right now. The only thing I would say was I watched the video and I don't know, something about a bunch of dudes just jumping in the lake naked. I don't know about that, but whatever.
Yeah, I don't know about that either. But you know what? It kind of reminded me of like Bon Jovi, some of their earlier stuff.
I can see that.
Yeah, Derek is a big fan of that Bon Jovi 7800 Degrees Fahrenheit album. He says it's their only good album.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Well, I'll tell you one little feather in the cap of the New Roses is they did get a song called Without a Trace onto the Sons of Anarchy show. That's cool. And
that's cool.
I'll tell you guys, when I was in high school, our Down by the River was out to the trestle. And it was a train trestle that went over a little river in between two lakes. And every once in a while, if we were bored and nothing was going on, we'd grab a 12-pack of beer and the fishing poles, and we'd go down to that trestle and throw the line in and catch a buzz. So
were you drinking Strolls back then?
One night, me and my buddy Reed, we go down there. We got a 30-pack of MGD. We're not 21. I can't remember how we got a 30-pack, but we got it. And we got the coolers and the radio, and, it's probably midnight, 1 in the morning. It's real late. And here comes the train. And before you think this is a stand by me, run, lard ass, run moment, that's not how it was. It was like, oh, dude, here comes the train. Let's pick the shit up and get off to the side. And, I grabbed like the beer and I grabbed the radio. Reed grabbed his stuff, and we went over to the end, and we're standing off the side waiting for the train to go by. And Reed's like, dude, where's my fishing pole? And I didn't want to carry the fishing pole, so I left it like the long ways beside the track. Like the track was too high for the train to hit the fishing pole. It would just sit there underneath, and the train would go over it and not hit it, and it'd be cool. And
vibration.
And there was probably enough time to go back and get that, but at this point, you just weren't doing that. And there was no jumping into the water because the water's like 2-3 feet deep. It's probably 20 feet up. Anyway, yeah, you guessed it, buddy. No fishing pole when we went back out there. Reed was pissed. He's like, the rest of the beer's mine, bitch. I'm like, we got 30 of them. Do your best. Did you guys have a down by the river place in your little town, Brad, Derek?
We had one. It was actually a McDonald's parking lot, and everybody would cruise there. They would park in the side lot. And then a guy that I'm friends with nowadays, his dad bought the McDonald's, and I can remember him coming out there with an old camcorder, and he's threatening, I'm going to call the police on all you kids. You guys got to get out of here. And he doesn't have any tape in it, but he's trying to record us. It was so funny.
Derek?
Well, I had a guy that tried to record me, but he was really, really a pervert. So let's just move on.
Who's that teacher? So, Camu, Bamboo Road, Brad.
Oh my God. This is my favorite song of the week. I was so geeked when I found this band. I sent it to Derek 2 weeks ago because I knew he would appreciate some bands that sound in the 80s, a little bit newer than the music that he usually brings from the 73. But if you guys can remember, when we did a video on our YouTube channel of MGK, Machine Gun Kelly, singing a Paramore song, I never saw this in my life, but Derek plays air drums, and it was amazing. So when I heard this song, that's immediately what I thought of. Oh my gosh, I can picture Derek playing air drums to this. So this band actually started in Finland quite a few years ago. The name of the band originally was called Naked. They in a 10-year span, they wrote 4 albums, but they broke up in 2011. Well, now they're coming back. They're coming back. The singer and the drummer they're brothers. You know, they're the Camu or can't whatever, however you say their name. So they're together. There's a lot of melody. There's gangs a load of energy in this song. There's great rhythms, sing-alongs. What I really appreciate about this song is there's 3 guitarists playing in it, and it's all the guitar levels are interwoven. They claim that when their album comes out in 2021, it's going to be, yeah, that's what I said too. It's going to be a staple album for decades. So I'm thinking, okay, let's press rewind and go down to 1986. That might be true, but what I found interesting at the end, it says a lot. Listen to your inner soul. You're a lion. And I thought what they were saying originally was that you're a liar. You're telling all these stories, but it's actually talking about your inner animal. So I started thinking about it. My inner animal is a honey badger because I don't give a fuck about anything.
Honey badger don't care.
Then you got honey badgers don't care. Then you got CJ. He's a sloth. He likes to take things really slow and climb trees. And then you have
okay, Brad. We gotta play the song for God's sake. I know you're about to bring it home, but we gotta hear the Bamboo Road. So
all right,
Camu Bamboo Road. Derek, sweet Jesus. I think we have some time left. Bamboo Road.
The best thing you did was play the song to shut him up. My God. I mean, and I'll tell you this, their band was Naked. Well, that's a better band name than Camu or Shamu or whatever the hell their name is. Oh, God, I couldn't tell it was a chick singing. I mean, I love women when they sing. But I couldn't tell it was a chick singing. I don't think it was. It sounded like Vixen singing Edge of a Broken Heart. That's what it reminded me of.
Oh, Jesus Christ, Derek. It doesn't sound like a woman singing. You're off your ass.
This is my opinion. You can shut up. I have my amendment rights. One of them is speeching or something. Anyhow, what the hell is Bamboo Road about? Is it talk about their time in Saigon with the Vietnam War or something? I don't know. Look, okay, listen. All right, I'm going to relax. I'm sorry. Beefcake just got me worked up with his guy. Oh, God, he just talked about it like it was the best song in the world, and it's just absolutely not.
All right.
Okay, no, I'm not done.
You're not done either. Okay.
You let him talk.
Go ahead. We got 15 minutes to spend at Camu Road.
Yeah, you let him talk for 15 minutes about this song. I could take 3, okay? So, look. This is like a classic hair metal song. It's cool for what it is. Listen, basically, this is like Laffy Taffy. I like Laffy Taffy. I'll eat a thing of Laffy Taffy, but I'm not going to dream about Laffy Taffy and think about, oh, God, I can't wait to eat some more Laffy Taffy. No, they're good for what they are. They're not the greatest band in the world, and they should have kept the name Naked. And I'm being more negative now because Brad was talking like they were the second coming of Christ. They're not.
Well, okay. Listen, does the Bamboo Road lead to the Sunset Strip? Yes, it does. That's their sound. I love that sound, and I like this song. There were two things to nitpick that I didn't like in this song. And that was the odd, hey, yes, ohs. They were a little odd.
Hey, CJ?
Yes.
CJ, can you give me a minute? I just got to go take my fucking blood pressure medicine, okay? I'll be right back.
Oh, okay. That's code for I have to pee.
No, that's because my blood pressure's all worked up. Go on.
So I'm really glad that Brad brought up that thing at the end, the always listen to your inside voice and you're a liar. It was a very listen, this wasn't a real serious song. This was like, let's rock and roll down the Bamboo Road. And then they hit you at the very end with this very deep line. It was very odd, but I kind of liked it. But bad name.
I like that too.
Lyrics.
Well,
some odd sounds in the voice. Odd line at the end, but damn it, I like the song. It is a solid song.
Well, so at the end, I thought we said liar also, but when you watch the video, it says
you're
lion.
Talking again.
Yes, because I gotta tell the world what your inner animal
the world doesn't care.
Well, yeah, but you're like mutated, kind of like this video. It was going back to like Godzilla shit, and the video, it's like the upper part of your body is a orangutan's arms, but the lower part of your body is like a furry pussy.
Oh, Derek, are you still okay? Do you need another round of heart medication?
I'm like what Sanford and Son. I'm coming to see you.
No. That was the Jeffersons. That was oh God, this is Fred's wife. I'm coming to see you.
Out of control.
Oh God, I know High Octane knows who Fred's gonna see. He'd love that show. All right. Oh, okay. Back. Let's reel this thing in from fishing on the trestle. Bring me the Horizon, Parasite Eve. Now, I don't know anything about this, and Brad's going to tell me, but I did notice that they had a video with over 7 million views. Not too shabby. Bring me the Horizon, Parasite Eve, Brad.
All right, set aside 40 minutes for this guy to set this shit up.
No, I don't have to for this band because this band is solid. They are a British band that started in 2004. These guys were a train wreck in the beginning. They would get so freaking drunk and puke over all their instruments and their equipment that half the stuff would have to get thrown away. But they pulled it together. 2014 or 2018, I'm sorry, they released a song called Mantra that I thought was the best song in 2018. This song is full of tempo changes. It's there's tons of digital effects in it. They've toured with, on the Warped Tour several times. Kill Switch Engage, in Case of Fire, Bullet for My Valentine, Atreyu, Parkway Drive, thanks to Mr. Dan Clark, Devil Wears Prada, Motion in White, Chitos, If You Were Infected. It's just amazing all these people they've been around. So this song was actually written for the leaders of the world. What lessons are you going to learn if we survive an infection and we remember them? And I think it's relevant to what's going on now. So play it.
Horizon, Parasite Eve.
I got a fever, don't breathe on me. I'm a believer in nobody won't let me leave, cause I've seen something. Hope I don't sneeze, I don't. Really, we just need to feel something. Only pretending to feel something. I know you're dying to run. I wanna turn you around.
Please remain calm. The end has arrived. We cannot see you. Enjoy the ride. This is the moment you've been waiting for. Don't call it a warning. This is a war.
It's a parasite Eve. Got a feeling in your stomach cause you know that it's coming for you. Leave your flowers and grieve. Don't forget what I told you. When we forget the infection, will we remember the lesson? It's the suspense that they kill you. Something else will. Move.
Well, is it too early to call them BMTH? Because that is a long name. I thought some of the it almost sounded like a little Rihanna style in there. But this was a really unique song, man. It's, it had the male singer, the female singer. It was a little rappy. It was a damn interesting song, and it grew on me. It grew on me a lot. I ended up liking it. Derek, what do you think of this one? Uh-oh.
All right, so
hold on.
Yeah, crack that open. So
None for you, Brad. You're done.
The beginning of the song, I thought, what is going on right now? Is this a bunch of geisha girls, singing or something? What is happening? And then I
pause. I cut that out of the intro of the podcast. I actually skipped over that and trimmed it. So for the listeners, there is a 30-second geisha girl wobbling, howling before the song gets started. Go on, Derek.
Yes. So the geisha girls, I was like, I'm going to be dead nuts honest with you. I swear to God, when I was putting this on our YouTube channel playlist for everybody to listen to, for the playlist for episode 17 for the Rock Roundtable podcast, I had to stop 2 different times because I thought, this has got to be a joke. No. I typed it in wrong. This is not a real song, right? No, it was a real song. So he seemed like an effeminate Trent Reznor to me. Okay, but I'm gonna say, like CJ said, it kind of grew on him. I can see where it can grow on you a little bit. Okay, I thought the chorus kind of saved it because it was losing me at the beginning. I thought this is the biggest piece of horse shit I've heard in a long time. And then the chorus came and I go, okay, all right, this is cool. It's kind of saving it. And then the next verse started. I thought, Jesus, there we go again. And the first thing I thought of was, this must be a Brad song because it's so woke. I mean, it is just so it's so relevant right now, and everybody knows Beefcake loves to bring the relevant songs, and I'm not gonna say a lot of good shit about it, to be honest with you. So.
Well, I will. This is the song that I predict that will block the Pretty Reckless from being number
Listen,
one.
I hate Pretty Reckless. I thought that was a piece of crap, but this song will never beat it.
I think this one's going to crush it.
Well, me and Beefcake are going to arm wrestle over that. I got a feeling it might happen next week. But when Pretty Reckless makes it to that number one spot, I don't think they'll be there very long. You know, before we move on, one other thing about this song, this was kind of a protest song. This was a socially relevant, the government is the parasite on society. That was kind of the gist of this song. So now let's move on to another socially relevant song from the Beefcake. The Cherry Truck Band.
Never ends.
Oh my God. It never ends. And this one I can go for 25 minutes because this is probably one of my favorite bands of all. It's a collaboration between Blackstone Cherry, which is one of my favorite bands, and a band called Monster Truck. I never heard of them until now. I think I've listened to some of their songs. It's pretty good. This song has got bluesy rock, some grunge bass singing, some amazing guitar in it. And I guess how this song started was they have like a podcast format, and they were interviewing Monster Truck, and they just started talking about it, and they kind of wrote it over the cyber world. So it's kind of cool. So let's check it out.
The Cherry Truck Band, members of Blackstone Cherry and Monster Truck, getting together to deliver this. Well, I'll tell you, Brad, I am familiar with Monster Truck, and I kind of like them. They're, listen, they're not a world beater of a band, but damn it, if you want to pour out a cold Coors Light at the bar, you'd be lucky to have Monster Truck on stage ripping it up for the night. That's the kind of band they are. They're just a straight-ahead rocking band. And, this song is a song that says the world needs more love. That's what it's about, man. And it's another strong, strong vocal from the Blackstone Cherry singer. What's his name, B-Rad?
Chris.
And
yep.
dude, it's a hard rocking song about peace and love, and we really don't have too many like that. Because if you look back to the '60s, there were so many anti-war songs, so many, and bands they had something to say about social relevance and war, and we just don't have enough of them. I'm glad to see one. Derek, the Cherry Truck Band, what do you think of this episode?
Jesus, I don't know what you guys are talking about. The fucking Vietnam War Listen, this is a rock band. They're putting out a song. They're not fucking saving the world. All right? Listen.
Okay.
Is everybody listening to me? I don't know if they're competing with Slipknot to see if they can find more members or whatnot. But they got a good start on it. I think they're one short, is all I know. Look, honestly, I like the shifting tempo of the song. They sounded like they should have been kind of a heavy, Blackstone. I didn't know they were a mega band or whatever. But to me, I was like, man, this sounds like it should be a rock band from like Memphis, kind of a southern, kind of a stomp kind of a thing. And I liked it. I did like it. And it pains me to say it because it's Beefcake's song. I like the singer a lot. He's cool. He's a great singer. I would say that I think they're a band that I could picture them, like half of them wearing those skinny cowboy hats or something when they're playing. And I'm kind of upset that they had a video that didn't have lyrics or anything like that. I mean, for Christ's sake, we did a Shatterglass quarantine video interview with them, and they actually had a video and it had lyrics on it. I mean, all we do is look at their video and we just stare at their faces, and Ron John from Shatterglass is a very attractive man, but he didn't do that. So I don't know why they just thought we just want to stare at their faces. They should have come out with a better video, but yeah, the song was pretty damn good.
Well, the problem with Shattered Glass is Ron John didn't want to promote the sexiness of J-Rock. He's the guy that carries the band as a guitarist. But Blackstone, this song, I guess, I watched some European reaction video to this, and the gentleman says in there that they wrote this song to support the Boys and Girls Club of America, or North America. So all the money, proceeds from this song as they jammed it, all the money goes there. So I guess they're not going to invest in a video for it.
Oh, yeah. It takes a lot to invest a video for just throw the lyrics on there. Sure, it's really pricey.
Yeah.
Well, we know Derek hates charity songs. Look what he said about poor Tom DeLonge's song.
Oh,
well, now we're into Derek's song.
I'm an asshole. Yeah.
And I always pipe up and say, this is my favorite song of the week. Not this week. This is my least favorite song of the week. So, lay it out, Derek. Trivium, what dead men say.
Well, unlike you and Brad, who stick in your little wheelhouse, talking about, whether it's CJ talking about his CW fangirl, putting out one song that, oh my God, it's so poppy and nice, and you got Beefcake, and oh my God, listen to these guys, poppy punk band that sounds like they should be wearing makeup. Oh my God, I'm sorry. I got to take that medicine right now. Okay, anyways, unlike the others at this podcast, I'm not going to name names, but I expand my knowledge, and I try to experience different things. Listen, these guys are great musicians. It's very intricate music. The time changes are pretty cool, and that's crazy. What I'll say about this band is, look, no. Is this the band that this is my favorite band in the world? No. But what I found about it was interesting. It was new. It was something different I haven't listened to before. The guy has a great voice. He blends a little Cookie Monster in, but just enough. He doesn't make it obscene. And what I found kind of interesting about it, when I listened to it, it feels like I was always trying to catch up to the song, because they just all of a sudden they would start going, they go really fast. I was like, oh shit, there they go. So there you go.
Trivium. What dead men say. Well, my favorite part of this song is I really like
when it was over,
the super heavy groove on the breakdown. The song goes into a breakdown and it just goes into a really nice guitar riff. That was my favorite part of the song. The drummer is just an absolute beast on this.
Yeah, he's a beast.
The Trivium drummer is a beast. Lyrically, I think it needs a lot of work, but
what are you talking about? It's repetitive. It's so repetitive. I thought Brad would love it.
Well, Brad probably will love it. I think this is a song that Brad will actually like.
Well, we'll see.
I think
you're done. You're done. My turn.
But I'll still give it a solid. It's all right. Which means we had a good week. Brad, how'd Trivium hit you?
Well, I'm surprised that you said that's something you never heard before. The singer sounds just like Corey Taylor, and it's got a little Slipknot vibe to it, I thought.
No Corey Taylor.
Ooh.
13 seconds into the song, anytime a band says go, something better take off. And that drummer, that double bass, I mean, it sounded like a jet plane starting to, the motors turning on, that brrr, just going. The one thing I did not like about this song is I don't know what the hell. It sounded like a little laser gun going off. Pew, pew. Was that a pick slide? I don't know what the fuck it was. It was just driving me nuts. But they say, wait for a sign of life. This song was full of life. There was tons of energy. The tempo after the second chorus, it kind of got into like a little teaser. It slowed down. It started to build up again. At 3 minutes, 47 seconds, it did take off for about 3 seconds for a good guitar solo, and then it went back into the normal thing. So it was a good song. But I don't know what the heck that laser stuff was. That drove me nuts.
I gotta say this, Brad, real quick, is I didn't say that, but probably my favorite part of the song was the go part. Yeah, I like that.
Well, I did that Pop Evil song a few weeks ago, and he did that in the song.
And I said I liked it. I liked it.
Right. Right. But if they don't bring it, when they say that, we got to rip on them.
So our next song is a band that has been on the Rock Roundtable before. I think week 3 or week 4, I delivered this band, and Derek has them back which is not a bad thing because they made a killer album, man. And sometimes when an album is pretty damn good, we got to go to the well for it more than once. The Hollywood Undead, Heart of a Champion. Go, Derek. Go.
Yeah. So listen, I mean, you know me, CJ. You know how I am. When bands come out and they put their single out, almost all the time, I find a different song on the album I like better. So, yeah, I remember you brought the Hollywood Undead, and I wasn't exactly super kind to it. But
the song I brought was called Time Bomb.
And I wasn't a super fan of it. But for this one, I don't know. It's something about the way they did the rapping. I thought it really grooved well with the song. I thought it really went well with the tempo. I thought it just flowed really nice. It's not like it was out of place. I mean, it really just went with the song. So that's what I really kind of liked about it. I thought that had really cool breakdowns, and I don't know. I liked it a lot. I thought it had a real nice kind of angry attitude to it. So yeah, I liked it. I liked it. So yeah, you can make fun of me, but I don't care. I liked it.
Hollywood Undead, Heart of a Champion. Let's hear it. Brad, what do you think of this one from the Undead?
Well, it sounded very typical of Hollywood Undead up until the 46-second mark in the pre-chorus. There was no synthesizer playing. It was just the drummer, the singer, and it was going. And right then, you could feel the energy of the song. The underlying beat of the song never changed. But, so that was all right, I guess, because that's, it's what they're going to do. But that second chorus, they changed that son of a bitch up, and that was actually really cool. So I liked it from there.
Yeah, they had a little, I think it was probably a keyboard part that just kind of repeats. It's really kind of the, the riff or the hook that carries through the whole song. But I liked it. I felt it kind of mesmerizing. I just liked the groove of it. This was a song about really he has a heart of a champion. He's going to go do the payback hit on the motherfuckers who did him wrong. So it's another rap song from LA about getting the youth of America to go forward and make bad decisions, kind of like NWA and Ice Cube and Ice-T glamorize that gangster lifestyle that's going to get you dead or in jail. But damn it, I love the Hollywood Undead. The raps were cool. Their song is... They have a lot going on with the different vocalists and the different instruments, but all their songs are so well produced. They're just seamless. Their sound is always perfect, unlike this podcast. And, man, I dig the Hollywood Undead. I like them a lot. And they wear masks. And God knows we like bands that wear masks, and Derek really likes bands that wear masks this week because he's got another mask-wearing band, Mushroomhead, the Heresy.
Listen, I never thought I would put a Mushroomhead song on here. I mean, what Mushroomheads? They're from Ohio, right? And they're big. It's a big rivalry with them and Slipknot, I think, because it's a mask rivalry. But in the past, I've been wrongfully accused of being sort of a misogynist against female lead singers. But that's totally taken out of context. It's just because I don't like, banshee screaming women that sing like you stepped on a cat's tail. That's not so bad. But
you accused Bamboo Road of being a female earlier today.
He might be transgender. I don't know. I'm very enlightened.
Oh boy.
So
hurry up and get this over.
Anyway,
Yeah, red flag.
all I'm gonna say about this is this. I started listening to it, and it was amazing because the song got over, and I go, "Holy shit, it's done! I'm gonna play it again." I just found it captivating. I found her voice mesmerizing. And relaxing. It was so mellow, and I thought, this isn't really heavy. This isn't something I'd normally bring, but I just really liked it. I mean, she was a super scary chick, and I kind of found it a little arousing when I watched the video. But no, I don't know. I thought it was really good. I guess I'll say this. It had great production, because I thought it was so smooth, and it just, I found it honestly just kind of relaxing and mesmerizing, honestly. I know I sound like an idiot, but that's what I said, so go ahead.
All right, Mushroomhead, the Heresy. Man, I kind of got a lot to say about this song, and man, I've saw Mushroomhead so many times as an opening act, them being from Cleveland, making the short drive up to Detroit to open up shows. And this is circa 1999. I haven't saw Mushroomhead in quite a while, but I don't remember them having a female in the band. I don't remember that at all. So maybe this might be a recent addition. I don't know. Someone have to let me know on that. But this was a fucking great metal duet because it's not just a female singer. There's a male lead on there, as we heard. I made sure to let the song roll long enough that we got both singers in. And, this is another anti-war song, man. This is a song about not feeding the war machine. Because we always talk about peace and love, and we want peace, but we keep letting our government and our tax dollars pump up the fucking loot, plunder, and pillage war machine. President, congressman, doesn't matter. They keep getting their money and dropping bombs on somebody.
I love pillaging, though.
Dude, I don't really like Mushroomhead that much. They were always just okay. This is a damn good song, Derek. What do you think, Brad?
Well, it's kind of funny because I'm like 8 weeks out with music, and I found a band that's got the same freaking song title, Hearsay. So I was like going, what the heck is this? And I started listening to it, and I thought the singer, and I didn't realize Mushroomhead had a female singer in the band either, but I thought it was the lead singer from In This Moment. And I'm like looking for it going, is this a guest singer? And it was, I didn't see anything on it. I thought what was amazing about the song was the transition going into the second verse when the male singer started. Coming out of the chorus, that flow right there, that flip was so smooth. It was great. It was amazing. But I don't know if you guys picked it up, but there was a melodic Casio little keyboard playing underneath the main tracks of that whole entire song. Did you guys pick that up?
I picked everything up.
Yeah, I think I heard it. I guess I can't really speak on it right now, but
I just couldn't believe it. It was a little simple thing, going back to Hollywood Undead. I said they had the same underlying beat. This song had that same underlying little thing. But it was so overpowered by everything else, but it was always there, and it was still it blended everything.
Listen,
together.
I'm not saying this is the best song of the week or the world or whatever, but it just, to me, it seemed like the production was so good. There were so many different layers to it. So, and like I said, I never thought I'd bring a Mushroomhead song here, but to me, it just was like, man, you listen to it, and then all of a sudden it's over, and I'm like, oh, man, I want to listen to that again. And I just got to just be all mellow, and I don't know, it's kind of cool.
Right.
Yeah, I thought new.
Well, go ahead, Brad. I was going to say, here's the deal. I always avoided going to see Mushroomhead at the machine shop in Flint, Michigan when they come around. But I will tell you, I will go there, and I will go on stage if they let me, and I will publicly apologize for not giving them a chance. They were pretty good.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I think that little pissing match they got in with Slipknot hurt them a little bit. It was I just think it was a bad move tangling with an 800-pound gorilla on that, whether it be real or not real. But let's just face it, neither one of them invented the theatrics in rock and roll. They can both mail a check to Alice Cooper for that bitch.
Yep.
So now it brings me to my favorite song of the week, and this was the song I was looking for. I couldn't find a third one, and then I stumbled on this, and I have been playing the shit out of this album all week. It is so good. It is so good, guys. Don't stop at this song if you like it. If you don't like it, you're not going to like the album. If you do like it, there's 11 more of them, and they're all great. Catalino, Set This City on Fire. This is lead guitar rock, a great rock and roll singer that I am pretty damn sure is going to get the Derek seal of approval. And Catalino is an Italian surname for somebody from Catalonia. But forget all that shit, because these guys are from Australia. And it is the last name of their vocalist, Rox Catalano. There's also a Catalano band from Chicago. Let's not confuse it with them. But this is their second album. There's no sophomore slump. So you'll know you got the right Catalano because it has got the black triangle UFO that everyone talks about. That's called the TR-3B, an anti-gravity spacecraft. Tom DeLonge says it's one of ours. He spent at least 15 minutes on Joe Rogan trying to tell Joe that it's our UFO and it bends time and travels interdimensionally. And I think Tom was 3 steps out the studio, and Joe's like, that video's fucking fake. But the black triangles are real. This is a really good fucking rock album. Catalino, Set the City on Fire.
Screaming in the night, I'm a heavy metal snake place.
I heard that, Derek. Jesus Christ, I'm allowed to ramble too. Set the city on fire. What do you think?
Well, I didn't say anything.
I heard you. I heard it.
No, I never said anything.
I got new headphones, bitch. I hear everything. Go.
I didn't.
I think you're hearing shit from your UFO.
Yeah, I didn't say a word. I've been silent listening to you ramble on about how great Catalano is. I just kept thinking about the Catalina, what the Catalina
wine tasting cup thing
from Step Brothers.
I swear I heard a little Jesus Christ under there.
No,
I know.
no.
I was going a little Brad Bamboo Road. I know, but get to it.
Okay, like I wouldn't admit it. Like I'm afraid.
Oh no, you
Catalano. I mean,
except I know you like this song, so
be careful. I don't like the name. That's for sure. I think it's appropriate. But
they write it in a cool way.
I think it's appropriate for these times. I like when they said Mean Machine, I just thought of Guns N' Roses, just Mean Machine been drinking gasoline and
gonna make my motor run.
Yeah. I liked I thought it sounded really cool. I thought the chorus was totally weak. It sounded when they went in the chorus, that's where it sounded dated. Honestly, I really liked the verses. I thought they kicked ass. I thought the music rocked. I just didn't like the chorus. That's all. I thought their time changes weren't very good. Okay, I thought they sucked. They kept losing me. But here's the bottom line. This band is a really good band, but they need to put in the work because this sounded like a half-assed song. This sounded like a song that was really kick-ass, and then they just half-assed it for like the choruses and stuff. That's the way I felt about it. I thought it was really good, and then it sucked. So I thought if they would have worked harder on the choruses and really getting it tight, it'd have been fantastic. They're a really good band. They just need to tighten up that music.
Well, what I will tell you is track through the other songs on their album.
It doesn't matter. This is the only song you brought.
I think you will find something you like. But obviously the medication's kicking in, Brad. Go on.
Oh my God. You guys complained about me with Bamboo Road. Actually, these guys have toured together from what I read. Because I was actually looking at bringing one of their songs a couple weeks from now. But CJ, I felt this was one of their weaker songs on their LP, their record. It's got a great opening. I thought the singer's voice in the beginning was very weak. But I felt the bridges were pretty solid, the transitions, and where Derek said he didn't feel it was, I thought it was pretty cool. They replaced it with, just like our buddy J-Rock, he fills in the bridges on guitars. That was a transition point.
Wait, hold on. Brad, hold on a second.
All right.
I want to ask you a question. So you say the bridges. So I'm not technical. I'm not all book smart like you about bridges and whatnot. All I'm saying is when they went into the chorus got weak. So,
well, that's right. That could, you might be on to something there. But I'm saying going from the verse to the pre-chorus to the next verse, or going from that, they were using bridges, using the guitarist in there, and he was throwing some hell of a great guitar licks.
Okay, so when I say that, what I'm talking about is lyrically, like the singer, when he goes into the chorus and they start singing the chorus, to me, it weakened.
But who listens to, but at the underlying guitar, the drums, the bass, not everybody listens to just a singer. We don't listen to Sebastian Bach anymore because he's
you thought the guitars and the drums were really cool in the chorus. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. And I thought coming out of the drum or the guitar solo, the main guitar solo, that freaking drummer's double bass was amazing. And that was just as good as that other band that Derek brought tonight with the double bass. Coming out of that guy was just hitting them. I loved it.
Well, this is what I tell you. Don't listen to Derek. This album's good. You're looking for a throwback album that is just blazing lead guitar and a great rock and roll singer that just rocks like it's 1986. Catalino, man, check it out.
DJ, I didn't listen. I said I like them. They are awesome. I think they're really good. I just think they need to work on the chorus part. That's all I said. Why am I being ostracized?
Because you're like Sebastian Bach chorus.
Don't you ever say that. Don't you ever say that.
He just got to be heard.
So speaking of got to be heard, short sidebar. On the different rock and roll groups I follow on Facebook, every once in a while I see these posts where they'll take like a photo of they'll take a photo of Slayer and say, man, wasn't Metallica great? Trying to like trick like posers into thinking it's the wrong band. Well, today I saw one. It was Phil M. Zamo, Eddie Vedder, and Chris Cornell, and they had the pictures of the guys from Airheads. We just want to be heard. Oh God, I got stuck in like an Airhead highlight scene rabbit hole. That movie was so funny, man. Back in the day. Oh, Airheads. Anyway, last song, and let's wrap this bitch up. So, after I listened to the Catalino album about 16 times this week, I've listened to another band about 16 times last week. And that is one of Derek's bands from 2 weeks ago. The Bloody...
Oh, that's the one he took from me when I was drunk.
Bloody Heels. Ignite the Sky. Another song off their album. They're from Italy. We just introed them. I'm not going to do it again, but here's another offering from the Bloody Heels. They're so good, man. It's such a strong album. Bloody Heels, Ignite the Sky. What do you think of this one, Derek?
Oh, thank God you came to me for the first time ever. So, anyways, I'm glad my influence knows no bounds and has infected your brain. These guys are so cool, though. Honestly, I mean, they're just a fun band. They have, I can't say the word anthematic. They have anthem-like songs, like big songs. Like, they are so fun. They're just a fun band. I don't know how you can't like them. They have cool breakdowns. And the guitar solo. The guitar solo.
Hey, D. I'll be right back. You wrap up Bloody Heels.
Yeah, I don't need you to. I could give a shit less if you're leaving because I'm just talking. Okay, Brad, you ready for this? Honestly, they have really cool breakdowns, and the guitar solo is just awesome. It's a great song. The thing about this band is they sound big. They sound like a big band. They sound like when you listen to the Scorpions singing Big City Nights, you know what I mean? That is how these guys sound to me. Big city. I mean, just a big sound, and like an anthem, like in a stadium. I think they're really cool. So,
well, I hate to say this, but in the rock, John, we always looking for that next big band, and I think this is the band that's going to replace Nickelback. But they're going to bring the guys back, where the guys actually follow the band all the time. But is CJ back yet?
Who cares?
Good.
Him.
But no, is it my turn to talk yet?
Well,
or
Derek
no?
didn't throw it to you.
I did.
Well, we started to, and I'm going to tell you, I wrote a few things about this band, and I am so freaking pissed because I wrote a 2-paragraph about this guy named Joe Bada Wah 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 that our host here, CJ, because he's on a power trip, yanks his song 2 days before the podcast starts.
Okay. Let me tell you what happened with that. Let me tell you what happened. So the first place that I go to find my new music for the week.
Does anybody care about this?
No, I don't think they do. But yeah, I mean, but he's throwing his power around. I remember Derek wanted to change a song a couple weeks ago, and he wanted to play our band, the guys that we found, Shattered Glass, and wanted to acknowledge them, and it never got allowed for some reason. Right, but then this happens, and all of a sudden, Bloody Heels is back in. But I can't bash Bloody Heels because they are an amazing band. 25 seconds into the song, there was a freaking sweet guitar hook that just carried it. It was awesome. It was a solid sound. It showed the vocal range of the singer, I felt. And it was great. But I could go on for hours about Joe.
Hey, Brad.
Oh, okay. Well, let me explain myself. Don't make me mute you.
I need to make a comment right now. Brad, when you said that about CJ changing things, then of course, we're not going to do the podcast for 3 days, and because he's got a quinceañera or one of those.
Just make up something that sounds better.
It's all about white privilege. That's all I'm going to say.
That's about CJ's privilege.
Yeah, CJ white privilege.
So, the first place I go of the week to find new material is the release radar that Spotify sent me.
He's going to explain it again? Oh, here we go.
I'm explaining it as soon as you brought it up. And they sent me a Joe Bonamassa song, and I'm a big fan of Joe. Well, I guess I'm not that big of a fan, but I like Joe. So I listened to the song. It was on the release radar, so I dropped it into the Rock Roundtable playlist, and it wasn't new. They sent me an old song, so it had to go. It was Joe Bonamassa, Cradle Rock. Cool song, but I had to get the boot because it was 6 years old, and that's not what we do. So sorry if you spent a terrible amount of time prepping for Joe Bonamassa.
That was very anticlimactic. We could kill that.
And I'm happy to do the guys from Shattered Glass anytime. Hell, matter of fact, those guys can come on the podcast. We'll do the whole Shattered Glass album.
Boom! There you go.
Ron John, he won't talk to me, but J Rock, him and I are pen pals.
Well,
now.
because you guys are both sexy.
That could be.
Well, that wraps up this episode of the Rock Roundtable Podcast. I think this is our longest episode because we were some rambling men. Brad was a rambling man. I was a rambling man. Derek couldn't let anything slide.
Yeah, I don't know. He wanted to be the jester. He just got to be. He wanted to be heard.
Yes, the jester comment will be edited out, never to hear again. So thanks for doing the podcast, guys. We had a good week. The last week's podcast is on about 700 plays. I'm pretty sure it's going to hit 1,000. It looks like the YouTube version of it did 1,000 in a day, so that's super cool. So whatever, we're finally getting a little traction.
Hey, I think we should ask our listeners to actually send us some songs.
No, they're all bots.
Let us
bots don't send songs.
Well, I know that. So hey, Dan Clark, send me a song. I'll play it.
A very happy graduation to Matt Callis's daughter, Alexa. Why can't more girls be like Alexa Callis? And
congratulations.
Good luck in all your
Congratulations.
endeavors.
Yes.
Good night, boys.
Later. Rock on.
Good night now.
Thank you for listening to the Rock Roundtable Podcast. The best way to listen to the podcast is on the Anchor app. Immediately following the podcast, the songs we reviewed this week will play in their entirety. If you are a Spotify Premium or Apple Music subscriber and you're logged on to those applications. Favorite the podcast inside of the Anchor app, and we can become Anchor friends. You can leave me audio messages to be played on next week's show, and you could even be part of the podcast as a guest host. So this is your motherfucking invitation. If there is a new song that you want to hear us review on the show, email it to me. It rocks podcast at protonmail.com. And subscribe, review, rate 5 stars. It really helps out in the search results optimization so the show can be found and heard by more people. Thank you for listening.